Good morning, everybody. It's Jean Marie. I am working today with the June bargain bead box. I'm going to work on a triple strand necklace and quite possibly some earrings to go with it. I haven't really started anything. I just kind of have everything that I want to use in this bag. So I'm going to use this pendant piece. Some of you may recognize this from the companion bundle. I actually don't have the companion bundle. This is one of many that I received from, from Amazon. It actually came in a whole package of different styles and types and stuff. So, but it is the same one that's in the companion bundle. So I will use that for those of you who have the companion bundle. And those of you who don't, like I said, I got this whole package from Amazon for, it really wasn't much. I don't really know how much, I can't remember. But I am going to use some beading wire. I'm going to use some crimp beads, as well as the clamshells, which I think I just have dumped in here. So I have a bunch of clamshells in here. I'm just going to get those picked out of here, because, I actually planned on doing this somewhere else, which is why I had all of my things dumped into a bag. But then I ended up doing it here at home, so now I've got a mess here. That's okay. We'll get it all sorted out real quick here. I also have a kitten that is bound and determined that he's going to get up here on my desk with me. And sometimes I'm not sure if he's going to win or if I am. Okay, so this is what I've got. I have got some small jump rings, 4mm. I've got some 6mm jump rings. I have some toggles, which I don't know that I'm going to use this toggle, because I do have also these, which I'm almost positive is what I'm going to use. These were a 5-to-1 connector. I just cut a couple out so that I can use them for 3 strands and have them somewhat separated from each other. So that's probably what I'm going with, rather than these. Again, I have the pendant piece. I have all kinds of bead caps in here. They are not the ones that came with the box, because I used all of those already. So let's pick those out as well. And other than that, I will be using just a few of the beads. I will be using a lot of green, a lot of red, a lot of the 6mm matte jasper, and a handful of the, gosh, I can't even remember what they're called. What are they called? Aquaterra jasper. That's what they are. That is, oh, and I don't know if I mentioned these or not, but the little silver spacer beads, we'll be using some of those. So I'm going to separate all this and I'll be right back. Okay, I have everything all sorted out here. So the inner strand is simply going to be these green beads. I don't know why I dumped all those. Let's pick some of them out. Okay, so it's going to be a single strand of just these. Let's see if I can get it to lay, sort of, kind of. Apologize for the noise in the background. That is kittens running around. Okay, then there's going to be this, sort of like that. I'm not sure if this light's very good. Let me readjust just a tad. Okay. And then the next strand will be 5 of the red beads, silver bead, 5 of the red, and a silver bead, and that's going to be the continuation of this strand all the way up to the center. And then the final strand will be these with the pendant here, and then the bead caps, and Aquaterra Jasper, and a bead cap, and then again 2 more of the matte Jasper. And that will be my continuation for the 3 strands till I reach wherever length I decide I want them to connect to this. So I'm going to start with just stringing up the green inner strand. I don't think I need it real long, so I think I'm just going to go with about a foot. I'm going to put my knot in the other end. And literally I am just going to string up these green beads until I figure out how long I want this to be. And this is a very boring, very repetitive process. But this is all I'm going to do, is just this until I get the length I want. So I will return with that. Okay, so I finished that. It is, I think I said 26 beads. I better recount them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 46 beads. Not 26. Alright, and it measures out just at 9 inches. So I'm going to set that aside for the moment and work on the inner strand. Oops. The beading wire wants to uncoil everywhere on me. So on this one, I'm going to start with my 5 red beads. And then add the silver and continue that pattern of 5 red beads and a silver, ending with 5 red beads. That one was 9 inches, so I kind of think I'm going to make this one right around the 11-inch mark. I'm not really 100% sure yet until I get it strung how much that's going to be. So once again, I will string this off camera and be right back. So there's the second strand, and it actually ended up measuring out closer to 12 inches. I may end up adding just a few more beads to this one and bringing it up to an even 50, because I did want them to kind of hang a little bit closer, but in order to make this an even count, it ended up being closer to 12 inches, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sections of the 5 beads. So I think I'm going to add 4 more to this, bring this up to 50 beads. Yeah, I like that a little better, I think. Now for the outer strand, the one that will hold this little pendant here. So I do want 2 matte on either side of it with no aqua terra, just to start the process of the beading process here from either side, so that it can remain cohesive, and so this can hang in the center evenly. Get it kind of laid out now, so I have a somewhat of an idea of what it's going to take. Of course, once I start stringing it, it's going to be different, because those are going to condense a little bit, of course. So there's my general layout for it. So once again, I will string this and be right back. So this is where I'm at so far. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections of the matte jasper beads and 6 sections of the aqua terra. So this is where I'm going to add in my pendant piece. I do have these large, I don't know that I need that big a jump ring. Those are probably too small, so I think I'm going to go with the large. At least for now. I may end up having to change it out for more of an 8mm. Right at the moment, I do not have an 8mm handy. Make sure that's closed good and tight. Which it's not. And I'm going to repeat. I forget which way this thing lays. Repeat that process back and see where I end up. I may end up needing to add another jasper bead to the end here, so I'll have 3 on the ends rather than the 2, but I'll see in a second if that's what I need. So I will be right back. Okay, so I did end up adding the 3rd bead on each end. And I think that is going to make it lay just right. So the next thing I want to do is just start clamshelling the ends of these. And that is a process we've been through many, many times. So I'm just going to, get these things out of the way a little bit. So I'm just going to feed on my clamshell. Put on a crimp bead. Give that a smush. Pick up a second. Whoop. And give that one a smush. So we have 2 on there just for security. Give it a trim. And close that clamshell right over it. These are kind of small clamshells, so with those 2 crimp beads in there, I have to give it a little bit of a nudge. And I'm just going to make sure all my beads are down, there's no gaps. But again, I don't want to push on it so hard that I don't have this fluidity, because if you push them really, really hard, you're going to have a very, very stiff necklace, and you don't want that. You want it to have some fluidity, just not gaps. Alright, cut that back a little bit. So this time I'm going to open up my clamshell. So it's almost flat. You don't want to go too far back because you don't want to bend it to the point where it will break. And again, oops, sorry. I like to just stand mine up, give it a little shake, make sure everything is down, and then get in there with my pliers and give it a smush. Pick up a second one. Again, get in there. Give that one a smush. Trim it and close it. Just be a little bit more careful when you're closing this one because you did open it up. Just take your time with it a little bit so you don't break that hinge portion. Trying to get it to go around my crimp beads in the right direction, but it for some reason wants to go. There we go. You want it to go the opposite way. Yeah. Okay, so there is that portion. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other 2 strands, and I will return. Okay, here we are. I think that looks real pretty. Now we just need to get out some of the little jump rings here. And start attaching. So it's overall a very apologies, my son in the other room. Thought I'd get up early enough to get this done before everybody gets out of bed, but evidently. Okay, so we are just going to assemble this now. I did have to take a little pause from working on it before because my household was starting to wake up and it was getting a little noisy in here. So apologize for all that. Unfortunately, that's just the way things are around here right now. There are a lot more people in my home, a lot more animals, and a lot more noise. Which I don't mind, but it does make finding time to record a little more difficult. Right at the moment, my son's dog is in the other room, chewing at herself and making all kinds of noise. So if you can hear that, I apologize. I tried to be real quiet this morning while I was recording and not wake everybody up, and so I got partway through the video anyway before I had to stop. And why does it not want to go through that hole? I think I just don't have the holes lined up very well, so it's not wanting to go up through. Alright, let me try something else. Let's see if that helped. Oops, wrong pliers. So now we can hear the dog in the other room breathing heavily. She's been a sick puppy. She was just diagnosed Thursday night with Lyme disease. She's only 4. But she was not feeling very well for a couple of days, and so my son finally got her in to see the vet, and she has Lyme disease, so she's on a ton of medications right now, but she is feeling a little better. She's kind of acting like her old self again. Okay, I am struggling big time with this, and I do not know why. So I'm going to pause so that you guys don't have to watch me struggle. Success! Got it through there. Alright. Now if I don't lose it, we'll be doing good. Ah! Well, that was interesting. Okay, it's on there. We're gonna call that good. So I don't know if you guys got any of the companion bundles, but in one of them it had the leaf, like a leaf pendant with a leaf pendant with a, sorry, I had to pause and holler at the dog. She was getting a little carried away with her digging. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The leaf pendants with a little bit of a faux turquoise on them. The sister store actually had those for sale without having to buy the bundle, and I did buy those, so I'm going to do the earrings for this with that. Iris, stop. Sometimes I don't know what's louder, the kids in my house or the animals in my house. And my house just isn't big enough to get away from anyone. I do have one of those 40-foot storage containers, which right at the moment is pretty much full with everything that moved out of my house while I'm living in the camper. But I think one of these days I'm going to turn that, or at least a portion of that, into a workspace where I have a place to go and get away from everybody and all the noise. My world has just become chaos. I have my granddaughter in the other room watching TV, so you probably can hear that. And then I got the dog digging and scratching in the other room, the opposite side of me. So if you guys are looking for a quiet video to relax to, I apologize, this is not it. This is just my life. I don't know where that jump ring is. Oh, there it goes. Iris. These little tiny clamshells, these are the littler ones, which I like them because they disappear so much better, but the holes are not that good to get through, especially if you don't have the two sides lined right up. There can be a little difficult. Okay, so there is that. Oh my gosh, that's looking so pretty. I really do like it. Bring it up enough so you can see everything. Yeah, I like that. It's really pretty. Alright, I'm going to see how much chain I need, and I don't think it's going to be much. I'm just going to hook it from one side and then go across, because that's the easiest way for me to do it without wasting chain. And I don't have any more chain left from the box, so I will be using some of my own. I have so many projects going with this box. I just have not had time to record or work on any of them. You know, I've got... Whoop! Well, there. I have literally got cups of projects here that I just cannot seem to find the time to get to. But I will. I will. This is a pair of earrings that I'm working on. See if I can get it out of here. Isn't it pretty? So I'm gonna do a tutorial with that one eventually here. Please bear with me, because it will happen. Alright. I took stuff to work with me last night. I thought I'd be real clever and record while I was at work, because it's quiet. Generally, anyway. Once all the guests are in and everything, it generally quiets down about 9 o'clock. So I thought I would do that. And, of course, right in the middle of recording, a guest came down and hollered, "Hey, hey, hello!" Which, yeah. So I had to stop recording. Should have known better than to try to do it at work anyway. Oh well, I'll just stick to reading. So, how much chain did I cut? Let's see. It is just about 7.5 inches. I think I'm going to cut it back to 7, and then I'll have 3.5 for each side, just to even it up. I do have to put my toggle in after all, so I will cut it back to 7 inches. There we go. Alright, get some more stuff out of my way. Excuse me. Grab this link. Maybe. These links are so small. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's find something a little bit thinner. Excuse me. Yeah. And now attach this one with another one of these little jump rings. Maybe. So of course the beads I scattered all over the floor a few seconds ago are the beads for my earrings. Alright, now to add a toggle, which I have to get out my own toggle because I've used up, excuse me, everything from the box already. I think we only got 2 anyway. I do want it to be a somewhat large toggle because this is a heavy necklace piece. So let's see, what do I have? I do actually have some of these square ones that came, whoop, that's not it, that are just the same as the ones that came in the box, so I might as well just go ahead and use that. There. And I need 2 more, which is exactly what I happen to have out. My fingers didn't want to work this morning. Here, we are finished. Gosh, I think that's really pretty. I love the colors of this box. They're so southwestern, so, I would even almost go as far as saying Navajo. Very pretty. So there is the necklace. So let's set this aside and we will do the earrings. And I'll see what I lost. And it looks like what I lost was, I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't look like I really lost anything. Yes, I did. I lost 1 red bead. That's not too bad. I have plenty of those. There we go. I am going to need a couple of ball head pins for this. And I think I have another one here somewhere. No, I might have to dig one out. Thought I had them right here. Alright, whoops, I'm sorry. So I want to do the green bead, the red bead, and the silver bead. And that's just going to be one little dangle. These are going to be relatively simple. And they're just going to hang beside the feather. So we're just going to do a wrapped loop. My wrap loops are not the prettiest, but they get the job done. Just straighten everything back out, tuck that little middle end, and it looks just fine to me. So again, I'm just going to put my pliers in like this, move up where you can see, bend over my pliers, rotate my pliers up into the top part of that bend, so I'm holding onto it like this. Bring my wire over, rotate my pliers, continue bringing my wire over so I have a loop. That looks like this. Hold that loop with my bent nose. Take my other pair and just wrap. If I could get a hold of it. And that one broke right off. Unfortunately, not where I needed it to. There. So again, tuck that little wire, straighten everything out, and there's the second dangle for it. And literally all I'm going to do is just jump ring these with this bigger, I think this is a 10mm jump ring, and just put it through that loop and that loop. Oops, we're moving out of screen here. So there's that part, one, and kind of wish the leaves hung in different directions, but that's okay. They really weren't meant to be earrings anyway. They were meant to be a pendant, so. But there is that. And now I'm going to need two. Oh look, there's my ball head pins right there. I knew I had some out here. Oh well, that's life. So now I'm going to need two eye pins. And then I'm just going to do a bead cap, an aqua terra, and a bead cap. Going to bend that wire right over, trim that one off, and roll a loop. And there you have it. And literally I'm just going to hook that to this and put an ear wire in it. Very simple. All right. Alright, I'm pretty sure I need these offset, so I'm going to do that right now. This one pretty much already is, but I'll just make sure they're offset. And then open up one end and just hook that big old jump ring on there. Close that up tight. And again. Well, lay down now. And this is what we've got. So, looking at this, I can see that that is not... Wait a minute. Yes, it is. It is the way I wanted it. No, did I? Yes, how come that one's not working right? Guess I didn't offset it quite enough. Alright, now I just need a couple of ear wires. Try and hook it in the right direction. And I succeeded in that, which is really a challenge sometimes. Alright. Especially when it wants to spin on the bead. There's the earrings. So I think that came out really pretty. Again, like I said, this box is just beautiful. And there is the finished set. So I'm going to pause and get this up on a stand and let y'all see it. And here is the finished necklace and earrings. I think it came out really, really pretty. I really like it a lot. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you choosing to spend your time with me, especially considering all the new chaos in my life and all the noises and all the background sounds. So thank y'all for sticking with me. This month's box was the Desert Sand collection, in which we received a lot of picture jasper, rainbow jasper, some lapis lazuli, quite a bit of a jasper. And we got the aquaterra jasper, some crystal beads, faceted rondelle beads, bicones. We did get a lot of stainless steel textured jewelry components, which I have not figured out how I want to use yet. We got chain. We got so much stuff with this box. We got 18 items. The value of this box was $78.32. Stainless steel, as many of you probably know, is a hypoallergenic metal. Everything is listed according to whether it's lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. So, wonderful, wonderful box to receive. It's $22.99 a month, and if you become a Bargain Bead Box subscriber, you will get a 30% off coupon every single month that you can use in the sister store, which is Bead Box Bargains, just reversing the Bargain Bead Box. And they have so much nice stuff, and their stock changes constantly, so it's really hard to keep up sometimes. And it's a great place to just go and get some nice fillers, or stock up your supplies, or just start your collection from scratch. And their prices are already wonderful, and then you add that 30% off coupon that you can use again and again and again all month long, and then you'll receive a new one the next month, and again can just continue using. So it's huge. It's a huge value. And if you decide you would like to join the Bargain Bead Box, I do have a coupon code, which is SHAR2. So if you punch this code in at the point where you are subscribing to your box, you'll save $2 off your first month. Or you can use this code in the sister store. If you're not a subscriber and you just want to shop in the store, you can use the code SHAR2 and just save yourself $2 off your order. Either way, works really nice. It's a nice little perk to have, a coupon that can save you a couple bucks here or there. And yeah, so if you go to my Facebook page and click on the fireball that is my symbol, and then go down to the More section and click on that, you'll see the link that will take you right to subscribing for the Bargain Bead Box. There's also a link there that will take you to my Etsy store, which is Wildfire Jewelry, and you can shop there for some of the items that I have made with my Bargain Bead Box, as well as some of the other stuff that I've created, some of my wire work pieces and stuff. So if you feel like checking it out, that would be lovely. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.